Good evening, and welcome to another Raw and Real. This is the mentor session. I want to thank all of you for making the time. This is your time, and I know it's precious, so I'm not going to waste it, but it's all about giving back. Life worldwide, this is what we do. We're all about giving because giving is receiving, as you all know. And the past month, let me tell you this, it's been unbelievable for me because the amount of messages that I've got, people asking me to come back on and do a live. It's not that we didn't want to do one. It was just that we were doing it at a studio up there at Futsal Loz with Peter. God bless you, Peter, and your family. And it was better quality. We felt that that was the place to do it at because it's a real studio. This is my home, and I'm hoping that no matter what, we'll just push through this and do it the right way. But the messages have been heard, the call outs, people saying, let's do this, 100%. And this is what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to give you my all. I've been talking to amazing people throughout the world. So many things happening for me the past month, which I'll share. Very exciting and lots of really cool things. But I'll tell you this from the outset. One of the things that I said I'll do when this shocking virus arrived, I said I'll do a daily video every day until we get back to normal. I've kept my word, and hopefully that my daily motivation has given you that little bit of a spring just to kick up, the bum, if you like, just to keep going because it's been tough. It's been tougher than anybody could have imagined. And my first live video that I did during this virus, I said to you, it's going to be a long winter. Stick it up, put the gloves on, put the mouth guard in and prepare because this is not going to go away easily. And there's going to be a lot of carnage. And you know what? We did that as Life Worldwide with no hidden agendas, no fees, no this, no tricks. This was all about giving back and getting you up and going. So welcome yet again. Now, one thing I am going to talk about just as we kick off is late last night, I read a story about unfortunately a female that was assaulted in the city, a nurse that was assaulted in the city. And it really touched me. It really, really affected me. And I reshare and I repost and I continually write these things about, scum of the earth and all this. I'm a very caring, loving person. I'm a most positive person, let me tell you, no matter what. But this really affected me. And I posted it to make it, for people to get awareness. I didn't post it to hate. And I'm not backtracking here one bit. And let me tell you, if that individual was in front of me, things would be very different. What I want to share with you is this. It's our job to protect our women. Whether you're a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. It's our job to protect them. It's our job to respect them. It's your job to do something. It's our job to do something. We got to report it. We got to fix it. We got to do anything we can to protect them. Because today I was explaining to my wife, there's a lady that was killed in Queensland. Still, the perpetrator hasn't been found. A lady got stabbed to death today in Sydney from her ex-partner that was on a corrections order, AVO. It's really, really, really bad. And please, we need to do something. We need to do something to protect our women. And it starts, with you, with I. If we spread this message of let's all do something, then you know what? We may just save that one person that doesn't deserve to die. And what really hit me yesterday was that the judge said he didn't kiss her, he didn't assault her, he didn't. So when he kisses her, sexually assaults her, and murders her, then let's do something, please. And that judge, hold your head down in shame. The person that did it, hold down your head down in shame and face the music. And you know what? If you need treatment, go and get help. That's the whole thing here. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. I just had to get that off because it's been playing on my mind. Life Worldwide, we've been very, very busy. There's been, unfortunately, so much pain, so many 000 calls. The amount of people that I've been working with and talking to and really deep diving into their personal life and their business. The reality is some will not make it. But you know what? They won't make it, but they're not giving up everything. They're not just going to throw their lives away. These people have now said, you know what? You're right. I might go through a bit of pain. I might go through a little bit of embarrassment, bit of the ego being hurt, but they're putting themselves back together again and they're pushing forward to become somebody else. They tried that thing. It didn't work. It wasn't your fault. It's not your fault. But the most incredible thing that I'm witnessing now is they've become amazing humans. The amount of people that are going through this pain and have changed and just really come out of it, it's just incredible. And the amazing stories of courage and the fight has been just incredible. I can't even tell you. And, I want to share it with you to say, please don't give up no matter what. And there is help. Just reach out, ask somebody, ask anybody, you can get the help that you need, right? And tonight, it's all about APR, absolute personal responsibility. Tonight's the mentor. It's me. You got me here. It's me giving you a reminder. It's me to give you that kick up the bum that you may need. It's just something that stopped you, that slowed you down. The roadblocks. I'm not sure what it may be, but it is. And the greatest thing you can do is share. Share your learnings. Share what you learn so I can learn, they can learn, he can learn, she can learn, the world can learn from everything that you are currently experiencing or learning from, etc., whatever it may be. And you know what? Contribute to being an amazing human being. Is it a different world? Of course, it's a different world that we live in. No one's going to sit here and tell you something different, but embrace the change. Embrace the new. And the new is what you create. It's not what they're telling you. And I put it up this morning about don't be a Dan hater, this and that. I'm not telling you I love the bloke, and I'm not telling you what they've done is good. But what you got to do is protect you, your family, your mind, your heart, your soul to push forward. Because if you're going to sit there and continually sit in misery and carry on, you're going nowhere. Let me give you that hot tip, right? How many people are stuck to their mission, right? Have you stuck to the mission? Did you stick to what you said you're going to do? Maybe, maybe not. Have you set a time limit on it? Maybe. I did, I didn't, The decision fatigue is a massive thing that I've been getting taught from my mentors globally. Decision fatigue, right? You're just too many decisions, too many choices. You're not sure. I don't know, etc. Then you start to fatigue your decision making. That's like, being behind a wheel and you're experiencing fatigue. You can't close your eyes for a second because you're going to hit a tree. You're going to come off the road. You're going to kill someone. You're probably killing yourself with the lack of decisions, right? Here we go. The phone. I've lost you there. Stand by. Stand by. Here we go. That's what happens when you leave your phone on in a business meeting. But decision fatigue, what happens? This is what happens. You don't do the things you said you're going to do, right? And then, of course, understand your recognition. Understand and recognize who you are. And recognition, pass it on, right? These are the things that the mentors are talking about. These are the big things. When I talked about embrace uncertainty, you need to go through the dark. You need to see. You need to start working out where you're going. You understand? This is not just something that, oh, well, it just happened. I'll just sit here in misery. No, you're not. You need to develop the right plan for you and then develop the plan for your family or your business or your loved ones or your children or whatever it may be. But you need to develop the right plan. And that plan allows you to go to where you need to go, to get out of what you've gone into, right? And yes, I'll keep saying this. Yes, it may not be your fault. But I'll also say this. Break even is not a business. And if you're in business or you were thinking about going in business and you were break even is not a business. Maybe you shouldn't have been in business. Maybe you're just a fantastic employee. Keep a journal. If you've been journaling, what a fantastic story to tell yourself at the end of it. If you push through and you look through the pain, you can read the pain. You're not going backwards, but you're just reflecting on how far you've come. Critical. Reward yourself. Set your goals. Be engaged. Be so passionate that you're not scared to set amazing goals, right? To go where you need to go. Again. And the most important thing, act on your plan. Act on your plan. Don't just talk about it. Don't talk a big game. Don't sit there and mumble about everything and then do nothing. Act on your plan, okay? And the big one, stop sabotaging habits. There's all these little habits, and that could be snacking, bad language. I'll just take a little bit of this. I'll just dabble in a little bit of drugs, a little bit of alcohol. One drink won't kill anyone. This thing, that thing. Don't do it. Have the guts through this period to say, I am not. I'm in enough pain as it is. Don't numb it with the wrong things. Understand that concept. And you know what? Stop acting like a perfectionist. We all want to be perfect. We want to have everything exactly the way it should be. Right? Be an achiever. Be a helper. Be a peacemaker. Be the boss. Whatever it is. But don't sit there and try to be the perfectionist for everything. Because you know what? Perfection may be just that hurdle that's holding everything back. Learn how to better serve. It's something we've been talking about globally. Learn how to better serve. And surely you've humbled yourself, right? And when you humble yourself and others, you set your priorities right. You start to see things a little bit different when you humble. And there's an old saying, you eat a bit of humble pie. I'm sure you've heard that before. That's when you are what? As Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face, right? So just think about that. Learn to better serve, humble yourself. And one of the things that I just can't stand, and that is gossip. Avoid the gossip. It's negative thinking. It's jealousy. It's just regurgitating garbage. It's not good. And eventually that gets you as well. It will affect you. You'll fall in the trap. You'll waste your time and effort talking about this and them and him and her. And he said this and she's wearing that and he's done that. And get over yourself, right? And of course, treat everybody the way you want to be treated. Why not? Why be an asshole? Why be rude? What do you get out of that? What do you get out of pushing people around? It's disgusting. And you know what? It does come back on you and you'll just sit there and think, well, how'd that happen? The next one, take care of your body. Okay? I'm not telling you need a six-pack or you need the best booty or you need this or that, but take care of your body. Show a little bit of respect back to the thing that's carrying you around, that's taking you places. Because you take you everywhere you go. Remember that. Be thankful. Okay? Be thankful is very similar to being humble. Be thankful that you got health, your loved ones, your business, love your country, no matter what. Just be thankful. Be thankful that you woke up, you got fresh air, the sunlight. Be thankful that you got fresh water to drink. You can open a tap and drink the water. Think about these things. These are things that people would die to have in other countries, right? And please, no negative people. I'm going to keep telling you about these negative people. Get rid of these negative bastards. Doesn't matter who it is. Even if it's your mother and your father, shut down the negativity and filter what you're going to listen to. And please, whatever you do, think carefully about what's going to come back out. Because if you're going to regurgitate the same garbage, it's going to be a disaster. Live your life. Stay alive. Don't kill yourself in this process. What am I talking about, killing yourself? Stop doing the bad things. Don't say it won't happen to me. That one thing, it just won't happen. It does happen to you. It happens to everyone. The Navy SEALs have got a famous quote. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die to get there. So think about that. Stay alive. Keep yourself going. The other thing, seek support, right? Something's not right. Your finances, speak to an accountant. You're not feeling well, see the doctor. You need a friend to talk to, call those people. Text them. I know texting is big, text them. Or find someone on YouTube that you relate to, that they're telling you things that you needed to hear. I've had so many people send me messages from all over the world to thank me for giving them that one piece of advice that's been able to keep them together. That's why I always say, put yourself back together again. Remember this, no one's going to come and save you. It starts with you, and yes, sometimes it's hard. Okay? Beat the sun up. I talk about that all the time. Get up before the bloody sun. Watch the sun come up. It's magical. It's a magical hour. You clear your mind. I ran past my good friend Ziggy the other day. I didn't know it was him. Sent me a message. Good to see you. I'm glad you ran past me. I didn't see him. I'm in my zone. So do yourself that favor. Okay? Find yourself. We've all lost ourselves amongst this mess. We've all lost ourselves. But you know something? You might have, just during losing this stuff, you may find somebody living in your home. Maybe your husband, your wife, these children, these kids, these people living in your home that you forgot about. You're probably eating at the table every night. You probably learned how to cook, wash the dishes, mop the floor, whatever you're doing. Maybe this has done that for you, right? The key to all this is, though, don't forget the good stuff. But find yourself, right? Have a laugh. We talk about it all the time in the mentoring. Mentoring sessions, pay me for this and I'll tell you how to do that and I'll tell you how to write your business plan and tell you how to do. But if you're not a good human being, you don't have a laugh, you don't drop the attitude, No matter what plan you write from Harvard University, from any bloody thing, any consulting company, nothing's going to happen. Because if you keep going to your habits and you keep doing this and you're not having a laugh and you're not dropping attitude, doesn't matter what happens, you're going nowhere. Spread love. Spread the love. What's to spread this hate? Spread the love. Talk about the good stuff. I dare you to post every day something amazing. And not stop telling us about what the numbers are. Who cares? We all know it's going to be on Facebook. Don't be a follower. Put something up amazing. That's what you should do. Put your phone down and pick up your pen. Put your phone down, pick up a pen. Look at this. Put your phone down and pick up your pen. Pick up your pen to paper. Start getting it out of your head. Start writing it down. Start getting the you plan. Start then creating your own business plan, your family plan. What's it going to look like? Okay, 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 day, 1 step at a time, 3 months ahead. Doesn't matter what it is. Start planning this. Okay? Take a break. We're always busy. We're flat stick. Busy being busy. We are so busy. Just ask each other how busy you are. Relax. Stop going 100 miles an hour. Take a break. Think about what's going on, which leads into this. Redevelop yourself. Start redeveloping yourself. What's it going to look like? Who are you? How's it going to look? Because you just can't come out being that normal person again because things aren't normal. Okay? But one thing for sure, that you come back out more lovable, more faithful, a better human, an amazing human being, just a person that people want to be around, right? And create your own club. I talk about this all the time in my public speaking, in my mentoring classes, everybody that I meet. I always tell you, create your own inner circle club, right? It could be 1, 2 people, it could be 100. I have an inner circle group. It's the Black Book. Doesn't matter what you need, how it works. I know who to speak to, when I need to speak to them. I'm talking to a good friend of mine. I call him Brother Anthony. We're talking about, and he gave me an analogy, right? He said, somebody needs to fatten the cow and then somebody needs to milk the cow. I mean, what a great concept. Somebody needs to feed the business. Somebody needs to understand how to milk the business, right? So these conversations will be had when you've got the right people around you, right? And cut all the rubbish around you, the people you don't need. And remember who you are. Remember who you are and what you want. You can't be the smartest person in the room. And if you are, as you hear it all the time, you're in the wrong room. Start to learn new things. Start to take yourself to places you've never been in your mind. Travel. Understand it. Keep those questions coming. Don't be scared. And you know this, I always talk about it. Give hope, right? Give hope. And then share the good stuff. You know, be the person that says, yeah, you know what, you can do that. That's okay. It's not a problem. Go and do that thing. Don't say, oh, you can't do that. That's stupid. What are you thinking? Well, what's wrong with you? Don't do that. And I said it earlier. Embrace the change. Get curious. Be curious. Find out what's going on. What does it look like? How are the big boys doing it? The big guns, the big businesses. How are they surviving? Easy. Oh, well, they're ripping everybody off. They've done this, they've done that. Really? Come on. Let's see around the corner. You need to be able to see around the corner. You need to know what's coming. You're going to hit it head on. Should you move? Should you swerve, duck, throw a punch back? What are you going to do? How's it going to work, right? Know your strengths and know your weaknesses, right? Focus, push on your strengths dynamically, excite people, be an amazing human being in your strengths. If that's one of the strengths you've got, give. But work on your weaknesses. Listen, put your head down and listen and start to listen and develop your weaknesses. Because they're not going to go away. They're only going to get worse. And the worse it gets, the weaker you get, guess what happens? You fatigue again. You drop. You lose. You fail. Then you try to work out why you're miserable. Why you're in this bad position. It's because you didn't work on your weaknesses. And a weakness that a lot of people suffer from is their ego. Okay? Let go of your failures. What are you holding them on? It's done. And as I always say, they're lessons. They're not failures, they're lessons. That's all it is. Give without expecting. It's massive, right? This is the stuff that your mentors should be teaching you. I was sickened to see all these ads. Buy for $39, $50 for this. We're doing a group thing. We're doing this, $20 for this and $30. You know, it's a scam. Jump on the seats and chant and sign here. Put your credit card over. It's disgusting. What's furthermore disgusting is there hasn't been a night in this house when, let's say, my wife's watching the block and I'm hanging around with her having a bit of a peep, that this racing ads continually come on about gambling. It's disgusting. Where has it been, save our children? Where has it been where, are you okay, call this number? Where has it been, we're with you, we're going to help you? Where have the good stuff, where's all the good stuff gone? It's not. This is what I'm telling you. Massive problem. Don't hold to grudges. Be the medicine. Be the medicine the person near you, next to you, loves you, is talking to you, needs. Be the medicine. Don't be the poison. Okay? Be the medicine. Be the good person. And you know what? Just get it done. Stop procrastinating. You said you're going to do that thing, get it done. Or move it on. Or start a timeline on that one thing. You're starting a business, you got the courage. I can tell you about people that are doing incredible things. When everybody's running for cover, these people are saying, bring it on. Courage, because they believe in themselves. They believe that they can achieve what they said they're going to do, right? You know, get a good night bloody sleep. You know when people are cranky because they're not sleeping well? Drop the phone. Get some lavender. Drink the chamomile. Do the different things you need to do. Do whatever you got to do. Ease up on the coffee. Drop the gossip. Put yourself in a different state, but get to sleep so that you're not miserable, that you feel energized, that you're ready to go, right? And then you'll see the negativity goes, the negative talk goes, and you start to be somebody else. You start to be the person that everybody wants to be around, right? And you start to seek, find the small wins, the little victories that you'll have, and celebrate them, and share them, and talk about them, and encourage somebody around you, right? That's what mentors do. So today, I want to share that with you, because tonight it's all about giving, and giving is receiving, right? I keep talking about it. But you know what? Be fearless also. Don't be always scared. Don't be worried that, what are they going to say? How do I look? How do you think people have felt? And this isn't an easy comment for me to say. With the bloody hair out here, they needed haircuts. They're still gone out. They're still gone out to do what they've got to do. My son, I said, Jesus Christ, mate, you're scaring people. Get in the lift. There's somebody who'll have a heart attack. Think you're going to rob them. But be fearless. And amongst that, be graceful. Be graceful. Think about that. You know, this is a big one. Go out, but don't take shit. Does that make sense? Don't take shit. Don't put up with that. I'm not telling you to react and be violent and do this, but don't put up with it. Move away from it. Somebody's carrying on being annoying. Move away from it. So that, get away from them. That person that continually rings you with a sad story, a stupid thing, move away from it. And be grateful and be appreciative. Huge. Huge. Got a message on my personal phone here. I'll answer because I need to answer a couple of these questions. I mean, do I run every day? Of course I run every day. You know, I run away. No, I run every day because it clears my head. I'm up every morning at 5. Before there, give and take between 5:30 and 5:45. I've hit the track. I'm running. I'm going. I go down the river, clear my head, and I run back. But I love doing that. That's what I do. Yes. So to answer your question, yes, I do. There's another question here while I'm at it. Should you start a business now? What do you think? Well, the obvious answer is this. What business are you in? And if you believe you can run that business during this period, and you think there is a need for that type of business, and you've got the courage, you've studied it, you understand it, and you know that you can launch it, absolutely go for it. But if it's something that you shouldn't be in because you know what businesses are currently in hurt, well, the obvious answer, isn't it? You might have to delay your plan. No need to be a hero. You don't have to start it now and finish it tomorrow. You might start it tomorrow and finish it later. So think about that. I'll just leave you with that thought. Have you grown during your absence? Because so many people haven't seen you. So many people haven't seen anyone, right? We've been absent, not because of choice. It's just the way it is, okay? Now, did you grow during this when you've been absent? How's your health? How's your love? How's your bank? How's your mind? Did you learn? Have you connected globally? Have you restarted? Have you regrouped? Have you done all these things while you've been hiding? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But you want to hope that during the absence, something's really cool's come out of it. Not just a lost cause. You're not coming out of it, with black under your eyes because you've sat in the dark and played on your computer all day. Hopefully something really cool's come out of it. And this is huge. Be today. Be today. Not tomorrow or yesterday. Be today. What am I talking about? Be that person today. Don't worry about the person tomorrow, and don't worry about the person yesterday. It's done. You can never go back there. So be today. That means be present. That means being everything today that you can possibly be, because you know what? Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Remember that, no matter what you say. And grow yourself. It's take your heart and your mind with you as you grow. Don't just grow one thing and not the other. You're in the gym pushing weights, but you're an asshole. Come on. Grow your heart and your mind with everything that you do, okay? And remember, what are you provoking? What are you provoking? What do you wake up to push and shove? What are you provoking? What do you want to be? Who you want to be? You need to understand who are you, why are you, how you're going to get there. Start planning all this. It's critical. It's important. And don't allow the negative people, I told you, in your space. I'm going to keep telling you this tonight, okay? We did a lot of these. Somebody said you did a heap of these events. We did a Facebook. We did Live and Learn for the entrepreneurs. I spoke to you about this. The banks are hospitals and the customers now are patients. I spoke to you about this. I put it up here because I just need you to remember that these things don't go away unless you treat them. You need to treat these things, okay? We talked about filling the holes that you dug, repairing the bridges that you burnt, connect with amazing humans, be an incredible human, to educate yourself. How many books have you read? Have you got Audible? Are you listening to Audible? Are you just listening to this noise that's coming in and out of your ears? Okay? Did you cut your excuses in half? Have you stopped the trash talk? Are you using the acronyms of the KMF and the APR? Keep moving forward. Absolute personal responsibility. Are you a spreader of love and positivity? Have you done a kind act? A random kind act? Did you just do that one amazing thing without that person even knowing about it? Did you or didn't you? A random act of kindness. Okay? Are you a leader? Have you become a leader? Remember this. You should be the person that everybody feels blessed to be in the room with. Not the person that walks in the room and everyone's going, oh, not them. Right? You should be the person that, people feel blessed to be around. Because there's so much misery out there, okay? Now, this is a big one. Have you put yourself up on a hoist? Have you looked under the bonnet? You put yourself up on a hoist, that's called the deep dive. You find the leaks. You find the problems. This is squeaking. That's leaking. This needs to be repaired. You need to do that. And a mentor, which I tell you this, you should all go out and get a mentor, okay? Because they'll tell you not what you want to hear, but what you need to. Very, very different, okay? So you need to have a rich heart, okay? Without a deep connection in your life, in your family, and your community, you go nowhere. You don't have harmony. You don't have respect. There's a million things that just don't happen, okay? And one of the big things that continually happen is people fill up their wounds with poison. Understand this part. Stop filling your wounds up with poison, right? What is poison? You just keep bringing up the past. You keep bringing up what happened to you. This happened to me. That happened to me. It's poison. And when you consume it, it contaminates you and eventually you die. And if you don't, you become contaminated. You smell. Nobody wants to be around you, right? Have you rolled up your sleeves? Questions. I've got the helpers here. I've been told must. Have you rolled up your sleeves? Have you got the guts? You're talking about it. Have you got the courage? Just think about that while I answer these two questions. What is the best way to develop a massive action plan for 2021? Very simple. Okay, you would have had a plan for 2020. 2020 sounded so cool. I said it. It's got this ring about it. 2020, it's all happening, Now, somewhere along that journey, some of those plans just haven't been activated. So I would ask you to look at your 2020 plan, remove all the things that didn't work, put them in your 2021, start to think about and as I keep saying, embrace the new way it is. I'm not talking about every time somebody hasn't got the mask on, you run for cover and all this sort of stuff. Embrace the new way of doing business. Embrace, okay, if it's Zoom, and you can't do this and whatever. But slowly the lights are coming on and we're going to go back to normal. So do a plan. And it's fantastic, the word massive action plan, the map, okay? Everything in there. You dump everything in there and it's a funnel. You funnel it through and you sift it and you start to work out what's going to work and what's not, okay? I will start with, so I always do with a blank book. I have no lines in the book, blank. And just write up there, 2021, and start. Health, your wealth, your love life, your work, you time, 2022, put it all in there. And start drawing away what it's going to look like. That's what I'll tell you. Question number 2. How do you approach someone to ask them to be your mentor? For somebody to ask you to be their mentor, it's an honor. It's an honor. It means that they respect you so much that they're asking for you to just give them that little bit. Now, you can aim here, you can aim there. It doesn't matter how high or how low. The fact that you have the courage to ask for it means a lot. And let me give you the hot tip. If someone knocks you back arrogantly because they don't want to, or whatever the case may be, it will affect them at later stages because they're going to need some sort of push and shove at one stage in their life, and they're going to see that they should have just been that good human to give something back. But you know what? Everybody can be your mentor. You can go on YouTube. You can find a million motivational people. They could be your mentor without you even realizing it. All these books that I read here, I've met all these authors. I've met all these characters, not in real life, but I've put myself where they are. And in my own mind, I know. I visualize who they are and how it all works. So you know what? Ask yourself for a mentor. And more importantly, if I can help you, reach out and let me see what I can do for you. And I know several people have reached out to me. Many of you I haven't been able to connect and just join these dots because I have been dealing with massive 000 calls that has been very taxing on me, very draining on me. Some of it's affected me emotionally as well, and dealing with a lot of things that I have to deal with in the personal life and many other things. But one thing for sure, we don't give up. We keep pushing through no matter what. And you know what? This is a big one. And I talk about in my videos about breaking addiction. Everybody goes to substance, drugs, yeah. Alcohol and drugs. No. You're addicted to TV. You're addicted to swearing. You're addicted to being a cheater. You're addicted to being a shit person. You're addicted to just not doing what you said you're going to do. You're addicted to excuses. Everybody's got a different type of addiction. It's up to you to identify what that is. Start putting treatment on it. People go to treatment centers to get out and be better people. That's what you need to do. Fix your addictions, right? There's always the old saying, is it fame or fortune? Now, for those of you in business, start to think about that. Do you want the fame? You want the fortune? Do you want to be everything in the business? Well, you're not going to get too far, let me tell you that. You're going to micromanage. You're going to hold on to everything. You're going to sneak into people's emails. You're going to watch them. You're going to watch the clock when they walk in, when they walk out. Ain't going to work. Remember this. I'm not a believer that you get paid by the hour. You get paid by the value that you add. Remember that. You don't get paid by the hour. You get paid by the value that you add. And of course, people will only do business, and I suppose that's a big statement. More than likely, most people will do business with people they like. So you remember that. If you're an asshole, or somebody knows something about you, or you've done something it will come back. And you will not. And yes, you can't please everybody. But remember, when you're in business, you're in show business. You can't afford a bad day. And you know what? Find your circle again. I have to tell you this. Find your community. Find the people that are going to make you get to where you need to go, right? And you know, get into the limitation is like it's mentality. It's the majority that practice it. Okay? Start to see where you got to go. Start to practice what it is that you want to do. You can't just turn up. Everybody does a pre-season. Everybody trains in the gym for that great thing. Everybody studies for that exam. There's a very small percentage of people in the world that just turn up and get it done. Okay? If you want to make it possible, if you want to be best in the world, you need to put in the work. That's the best thing I can tell you. You've got to put in the work. Okay? And always, this is one from Robin actually, and he says, the 9 to 5 people, you know, are brainwashed. 9 to 5. You know, Richard Pratt, the late Richard Pratt used to say best, work from 5 to 9. 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Not 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. if you really want to get going. Okay? Grow more leaders around you. That's everybody around you. Your spouses, your partners, your kids, your this, because you don't want to be dragging this stuff around with you. Okay? And disrupt the normal. What's normal? Do you have to walk in that straight line? Can you go that way, this way? Do whatever you've got to do. You have to do 10 push-ups times 3. And you do 50 push-ups 10 times, 50 times. Who cares? Disrupt the norm. And don't have empty victories. Celebrate them together. Remove the pain and suffering. Remove the bloody pain and suffering. Okay? Treat it. Push it aside. It's hard, but you need to speak your truth. Sometimes people shake when they're going to tell the truth because they're scared. They're not sure how they're going to say it because it's going to upset someone. It's going to hurt someone. It's not what they want to hear. Okay? And remember, you don't have to be the news bulletin all the time either. Okay? You don't have to tell everybody that what they have to find out. Oh, you know, I've got to tell them this. I've got to tell them that. It's the old saying, right? Pick your fights. Think about it. Think about it very carefully. I've got another message here on my phone. How do you deal with a negative household? Well, you know, I heard somebody laugh in the back there, but you know, how do you deal with a negative household? I mean, it's up to you whether you're going to go into the negative state. It's up to you whether you're going to play the negative game. It's up to you whether you're going to entertain the negative conversation. It's up to you whether you're going to eat the negative food, the negative alcohol, the negative drugs. You're going to behave that way. Do you see what I'm saying? And I know what you're going to say, well, it's the household. What do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to hide? And not everybody's got a massive home where everybody's got their own bedroom. You may be sharing a bedroom with a negative person. Start to filter it. Start to talk about not being interested in that. Change the conversation. Add the different flavor. Topics about positivity. Give them something to do. Give them a task. I think that's a great way to start. Or if you can, and you're allowed now, go for a walk. Get away from it. Get away from it. You know, turn down your ego. I talked about it earlier. I'm going to tell you again. You know, it will help you to do your inner work. It will help you to start to reset yourself, to get the balance right, to understand why you are who you are and why you do what you do. And you know what? You'll live long enough so that you can live forever. It's a great saying. All right? You need to live long enough. People say, oh, that's enough. I only need to get to 80 and I'm fine. Why? Get to 80 feeling like a 60-year-old. Or get to 60 feeling like a 40-year-old. See the difference? That's how it works. It's you need to start thinking about it, right? And be an amazing person, so amazing that your tears don't come out of here, they come out of your heart. That you feel it in your heart, that you know deep down you've done something amazing for someone. And it's not about, people always think, oh, it's about giving them money, or no, it's not. You could have just said good morning to someone that's just having the most miserable day in the world. Or hello. Or how are you today? You start a conversation and you spend 10 minutes of your time and you may save that person's life. And later on, it warms your heart to find out that you've done something really good, then you may never find out. But along the journey, you know something really good has happened. I always talk about have a gratitude journal, right? Have a journal with gratitudes. Write it down what you're happy about, what's been good for you. You know, eat amazing food, see the sunset. You know, you can do these things. See the sunset, it's free. Go out there. Yeah, it may be cloudy, and let's get over all that. The sun comes up every day. It sets every day. Do that. You know, I talk about small daily improvements. Just small daily improvements. One thing. You can do that one thing that gets you from here to here. That one thing could be that first step that you decided to take, that you haven't taken for such a long time. That one bottle of water that you said, I've been trying to drink the bloody thing and I haven't drunk it. You drink it. One thank you, one forgiveness. Okay? Forgiving is massive. Massive. I can't tell you how big it is. Nelson Mandela forgave the guards who made him dig his own grave. They dug a hole and then they urinated on him. I went to South Africa. No, I didn't meet Nelson Mandela. But I was blessed to go there with Arnold Schwarzenegger. We went to his then hotel, his home that's been turned into a museum. Then we went to his other home that's now it's become a hotel. And to hear the stories and some of the people that are still there, to listen to it, it's incredible. He forgave. Didn't carry this stuff around. Because if you don't, it will just keep reappearing. It will keep coming back. And every time you try to go forward, something comes back and it haunts you. It's a big problem. I've got a question. I'm glad you mentioned forgiveness. It is so, excuse my language, effing hard. No one said it's going to be easy. And people get hurt in different ways. You could have been physically hurt. You could have been harmed. You could have had your heart broken. You could have had a million things happen to you. But the minute that you let that go, because the only person that it's upsetting is you just start to feel a massive sigh of relief. That's very important. And that's how you let go. You've got to build the courage to let go and not continually regurgitate it and keep bringing it up. It's not going to do anything to no one. Business. Double your bloody income. Set a goal so high that you go, well, learn more to earn more. I keep talking about it. You learn, people will pay you for what you know. But if you don't know, then you don't know how to learn to earn. Simple as that. So understand that concept. Teach yourself what not to do. Educate yourself about what not to do, then educate others, right? You'll hear it all the time. Education over entertainment. Do it. Make it a daily routine. I'm not saying be a stiff and do nothing. Of course you've got to have some entertainment and have this and that. And that goes back to have a laugh. There's laughing groups. People created laughing groups so people can go there and just laugh. I'll never forget. It was on postcards or some travel show where people go and just laugh. And I remember my wife put it on, and we just started laughing. You just start laughing. It's incredible. Have a good laugh. It's good for you in your daily routine. But team building, build a team. You're going to war. I said to somebody the other day, what do you think business is? He says, I don't like how you say, you talk about it's war. Well, let me make it simple for you. You've got business, and then you need to go and get business. Okay. You've got business. Somebody's trying to take that business off you. What are you going to do? You need to protect it. How do you protect it? You're at war. Now you're going to go and take somebody's business. What do you think's going to happen? You're just going to walk in and take it. It's war. And people don't, yeah, you're right. Well, read the book, The Art of War, Sun Tzu, incredible. Techniques of why and how and when and how. But most of it, if not all, it's not physical. It's your mind. It's your mind. That's what you've got to do. Relight the bloody fire. That's what you need to do. This reset that we're talking about is about relighting the fire. Now, the fire might come out a little bit different this time. It might not be a raging blaze like it was. It may be just a little flame, a little pilot light there, a little one. It's up to you to start to fuel the fire, okay? But you can't fuel the fire if you don't start it. What am I talking about? Everything. Your business, your love life, you, your children, your family, where you're going, how you're going to get there. You need to light a fire and start to feed it and fuel it, right? And I love this one. Win before the game is played. Be a winner even before you've played the bloody thing. Be a winner in your business. Be a winner in your love life. Be a winner in everything you do even before you do it. And you be a winner by preparing and being an amazing human being. I said this, I was saying it again. I have some reminders here which says to me, keep reminding it, keep talking about it, because if you don't, people forget it. Read. Please read a book. Pick it up or get somebody to read it to you, listen to it. It will do you amazing things, right? Now, a lot of you are in the trenches. A lot of you are stuck. A lot of you are not sure. A lot of you don't believe it anymore. A lot of you have lost faith. A lot of you have just lost everything. They're not sure. And respectfully, some people have lost everything. But most of all, don't lose humanity. Don't lose respect for yourself. Don't lose that little, even if that little bit of hope. Don't let it go. Okay? I've got my question people here. Ken Sirigotis, Ken from Legacy, I need to call that out, Ken, because you're an amazing human being, Ken, and the amount of hurt, and Ken will be on our Raw and Real, one of our guest speakers, an ex-serviceman who did us proud for this country. And I'm not going to contaminate his story. He's an incredible human, and thank you for everything you do, Ken, which you're a true hero, mate, and God bless you and your family. Ken's question: tell us of a success in business or otherwise that you have dealt with or supported during the COVID period. Well, a good friend of mine reached out and he said, you know what? We're gonna rebrand our business. It would be wrong for me to mention the business because they're going to launch it soon. And he said, while everybody else is dying, mind you, their business, 80 to 90%, I could get it wrong, I would have to say it's about 90%, shut down overnight. 90% of their business shut down overnight. It was painful. He had some bad people in the business as well that did some really hurtful things. He's a family man. He's a beautiful human being. He's got his family in the business. Everybody had to get together. And this guy says to me, you know what? I'm not going to kill up. I'm going to come out bigger and better. So this is an incredible story that's going to come out. I've been supporting this business for a long period of time. He's invested in his business. He's got his people. He's getting his systems. It's going to be an amazing business. You've had a little bit of a sneak peek at it, Ken. And I got no doubt these people are going to do amazing things. And you know what? There's another example of you can either curl up or come out swinging. And let me tell you, these people are going to come out swinging. And I apologize that I can't mention what they are and who they are and how they do things. But their next Raw and Real, let me tell you, and they will be interviewed. They'll be interviewed. They will be coming out screaming and shouting and doing some really cool things. So it's not doom and gloom. It's not the end. It's the beginning of something new. That's how I see it. A lot of consultants in consultancy, it shut down overnight. But let me tell you this, it's reopening, it's re-engaging. People need support. And you don't have to put your hand out. Put your hand up and help. Take the call. Send a message. Do something where you can help someone. Do whatever. Another question. Yeah. I've been doing it very tough. And I believe it's been harder than what many people say. It's a woman. But I do know one thing. Thank you. This is a very kind message. I'll read it. Thank you. With people like you and the messages you've been giving us, you've given me absolute hope that I can do this. I'm not going to read the other part. I'm not going to mention you. Thank you so much. Of course you can do it. Please take this. If anything tonight as a mentor, you can do it. You just have to reset. Just reset. It doesn't matter. And I said it and I'll say it again. The hardest thing for you to do is just let go of your ego. It doesn't matter. If you got to ride your bike to work, you got to walk. If you have to be that other person, Qantas people stacking shelves at Coles, who cares? Do whatever you got to do. But come out and you have to prove it back to yourself that you could do that thing and you will be that person. We're just on a bit of a delay. It may be a year or two that you're just going to have to delay. No, you can't go on a holiday. No, you can't go and do this thing. But you know what? Just reset. And we have had misery. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's been all good. Look at these mongrels there. They killed our elderly. They're murderers. These hotel quarantine. I can tell you stories from the industry that I come that will blow your mind with what I know. Blow your mind. But that's not what it's about. It's about it will be dealt with. It's hopefully going to be dealt with. And I'll tell you this. Hopefully you remember this. Because when you vote, you think carefully about the honesty, the trust, the love, and the care that people should have during this period, not the scams. It's disgusting. But, your story will determine your performance. Okay? So your story will determine your performance. In your business, in your life, in your love life, in everything. So your story will start to determine, it will pan itself out. Okay? Affirmations. Do them. Now you can. Go to the car yard. Google the house you want. Plan the holiday. Draw the pictures. Cut it out. Stick it in the book. Watch them come to life. Watch them come to life. You will see how things happen. There are some incredible human beings out there that have been giving and giving and giving during this period, right? They've been taking phone calls. They're telling people that they're happy to help them with this, guide them on their finances, give them a little bit of this. So many people also have been giving people things that they need. Lend this machine. Take my car. I don't need it. You bring it back when you want, right? These are amazing people. The church groups. There's a priest, Father Leah, who hasn't been home to see his family because he doesn't want to contaminate him with the virus, because he's still coming in and out of the hospitals. He's still burying people. He's still visiting the homeless, feeding people, doing things. The amazing things that I see and the things that people send to me to say, we are doing this, Harry, can you help us? I don't want to be named. Simple. Getting some fresh bread delivered to people's homes. Okay? People that can't bury people that are lost, people that have become sick. The amount of people that are helping people. You just think about that. It's been incredible. I'm just going through some of the messages here. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Thank you for your positivity. I hope that everything that we do and are doing is helping somebody out there. And again, please share it. Please share it. I'm going to give a shout out to something incredible that's happening and an amazing human being. I love this guy. I met him at school, Brunswick High School. What a great school that was. George Liberopoulos. Good old George Liber. Hasn't changed a bit. He's still an amazing human. And when I say that, he's just enhanced everything about being an amazing human being. Impactology. Get onto it. I posted it. I'm going to post it again. Impactology. I've been blessed. He's asked me to be a guest speaker there, alongside with good old Peter Parthamos from Futsal. Impactology is going to change your mindset. It's going to give you vitamins. It's going to give you the medicine. Jump on it and share it. It's no gimmick. It's for free. There's no scams. There's no tricks. There's no hit your credit card at the back of the room. Get away from those people. jump on this. George Libber, you're an incredible human. Thank you for everything you do. Peter Parthamos, I've got it sitting here, Futsal Oz. Everybody's read it. Everybody's heard about it. The amount of lives that place has saved and saving. And now Peter Parthamos has got to save his own life. He's got to do what's right for him. He knows where he's going. He knows what he's got to do. And all I can say, Peter, is thank you from the bottom of my heart for the fact that you reached out to me to lend your studio to me at no cost, just from your heart. Speaks how much of a warrior and a legend that you are. And that's right, Jason, a warrior that you are. Thank you for doing all that, mate. You're incredible. The amount of people saying here, Ziggy joined the 5M Club. Absolutely, he did, you know. It's a fresh breath of air to have you on here. You know, Anthony, you know what I'm talking about. Good old Anth. You help so many people. You're the ultimate connector. You care. And we love you for everything you do, Anth. And I can't wait to have you on our Raw and Real to share some of the great, amazing stories that you're doing and the way you're sharing everything. I've got a question here that I flicked accidentally through. It's on my private, and I do, of course, we're running two. I've got a Life Worldwide one, and I've got my own personal one here. Harry, I met you for a short time, but it's been a great time. Thank you for keeping me alive. Met you in my building, which is our building. You know who this is, brother. Big shout out, and thank you so much. I'm not stopping. I met this human in the lift of my building. I thought he was going to rob the joint. We became mates. Thank you for that message. Listen, you know, I just want to say thank you to all of you. Keep punching. Don't stop. It's, you know, I wanted to keep it in an hour. We're 59 minutes. I'm hoping I'm not wasting your time and I'm only enhancing where you're going. Tonight, go to bed pumped. Go to bed being an amazing human being. Go to bed and wake up being that person that you always wanted to be. And even if you start with that one little thing, just bloody do it, you know. And it may mean just sending that one apology to that person that you were going to do. Make that one phone call. And remember this, show up no matter what's happened. And most of you that know me, let me tell you, I've been in the war zone, but the resilience is what got me through. But the love of my family and me not allowing it, not a way in the world would I let anything in that's negative into my life. God bless you. I'm not going to keep you. Keep punching. Reach out if you need to push. Reach out. Share the good stuff. Be an amazing human being. Have a beautiful night. And remember this. This virus has got nothing on us. It should have tried a little bit harder. Keep punching. God bless you. I'm going to leave it at that.